when video stores were a thing, renting games always seemed like the logical choice. You obviously couldn't download demos like you can today, and demo discs came to those with certain gaming magazine subscriptions. Why take the risk of paying full price for a game when you can rent it and see if you like it? This opened the door to either discovering a game that you would end up loving, or realizing which ones were just not for you, and everything in between. So here are a few notable games that I rented at Blockbuster. I was a big fan of party games as a kid. I had already played Mario Parties 1 through 4 by the time I stumbled upon My Street. It was a party game for the PS2 that comprised of 7 different mini-games, which included dodgeball, volleyball, lawnmowers, RC racing, chemistry, marbles, and chicken herding. Yeah, that's right, chicken herding. Out of all the mini-games, volleyball seemed to be the only fun one. But even My Street's version of volleyball isn't as good as Mario Party 4's, where you get a little more control over where the ball goes.
Fatality.
It was safe to say that My Street was not getting my vote for Game of the Year, and many gaming outlets shared the same sentiment. Next was Death by Degrees, which was a spin-off game starring Nina from the Tekken series. Though I can't give a full-blown review of the game, I can say with the little time I spent playing it, that it wasn't perfect, but I thought the boss fights were fun and had a unique combat system where you could break enemies' bones and pick out the exact part of the body you wanted to hit. Essentially what MKX did with X-Rays, but a little more freedom to choose. To me, Death by Degrees was okay, but to others it was great, and fans of the game are hoping for a remaster of it. The next game was a memorable one for me. Starring Jack Slate and his dog Shadow, Dead to Rights branched out from the other third-person action games at the time by having the ability to take enemies hostage, grabbing enemy weapons, and having a dog as a companion. Having Shadow helped out a lot throughout the game, whether he was sniffing out bombs for you to defuse, or taking out enemies with the push of a button. While having a dog was a nice touch, I found myself utilizing human shields more than anything. The game featured a slew of guns and a few good minigames, and others not so good. The game featured bullet time diving, which resulted in it being compared to Max Payne. Having played both games, it's safe to say both are different in their own ways. The shooting in Dead to Rights is an auto-targeting system similar to GTA, whereas Max Payne forced players to aim at their enemies manually. Speaking of bullet time, the Matrix films were at a boiling point in the early 2000s. This, of course, resulted in the development of a few Matrix games, which included Enter the Matrix, The Matrix Path of Neo, and The Matrix Online. Enter the Matrix featured Niobe and Ghost, who starred in the Reloaded and Revolutions installments. This seemed a bit strange to me, since you would think for the first big Matrix game that they would have Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus as playable characters. Developer Shiny Entertainment made the decision to have Neo as the main attraction in The Matrix Path of Neo, after facing criticism over Ghost and Niobe taking his place in Enter the Matrix.
What? I'm on a subway train. Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why?
Why?
At any rate, I still grabbed Enter the Matrix from the shelf and gave it a shot. After watching the movies, my expectations of the games were pretty big. While it did hold my attention for most of the playthrough, the combat began to feel repetitive after a while. The character animations of the running, bullet time dives, and whatever this is. I thought it was pretty cool that the Wachowski sisters shot 1 hour of live-action footage exclusive to the game. Though the scenes were inserted to promote the movies, it could have also been put in to save the devs' design time and also meet deadlines in conjunction with the release of Matrix Reloaded. Despite the mixed reviews, the game sold well, and people still seem to have a nostalgic connection to it. The last of my notable Blockbuster rentals was Animal Crossing. I had never heard of Animal Crossing prior to stumbling upon it on the shelf. The cover and the screenshots on the back caught my eye, and I was thinking, is this like The Sims, but with animals? My curiosity got the best of me, and not too long after playing it for the first time, there wasn't a doubt in my mind that I would buy the game. It always felt good to rent a game that I would go on to own. and Animal Crossing was just too good of a game to rent. With the wholesome gameplay, secrets, and surprises embedded within the game giving depth to what is now a staple in the Nintendo universe. Have you played any of the games featured in this video? What were some of your most memorable video store rentals? Let me know and we can discuss them in the comments below. Thank you all for your continued support of this channel. If you are new to Bowers House and would like to support the channel, hit the subscribe button and check out the rest of my content. I'll see you in the next video.